And we're back. Currently waiting to get in. There we go. I have my snack, which is a pack of graham crackers. Oh yeah, I was doing... Go away. My class list. Right on. Alright. Eventually I'll be able to fly. I think where I'm going is the Sahagan area. Oh yeah, it's definitely time to get my butt kicked. Oh wait. That's how we do it. Excuse me. Oh no, not the... Oh, there's a door. Okay. Where are they? 48? Am I gonna survive? It's only 2 levels. It'll be fine. Epitaph of Philosophy. Gravestone is inscribed with an epitaph paying tribute to the life and deeds of the great mage Aetoga. Pray. Alright. And the Tangle is... Don't see me. You don't see me. Oh, the Tangle is in an area I haven't actually gotten to. How do I get there? I don't actually remember how you get to Mordona. I guess the easy way to find out. Happens to from Coerthus. Ishgard. No. Thanland. Alright. Looks like we're making a trek through Thanaland. if I'm able to, at least. I don't know if it's still blocked off because I haven't gotten that far in the story yet. Oh! Well, that's nice. From bad to amazing. Our small kitty to the rescue. Wait, is this just a leave me? Yeah. I don't know. Not now, at least. We're touching crystals. Making progress. Now we go. What is that one right there? I had been intrigued. Oh. Oh, Rabon's push. Gotcha, gotcha. Scribes and epitaph, paying tribute. Yes. Emote 3. Such a dramatic gesture. Now we pray that we don't get smashed. I don't think... yeah, I don't need to go by the castrum. I just need to go past all ye here. Oh, excellent. I love it. I am in the base. I need to be not in the base. Let's do the crystal tower. Alright, I guess we'll make a run for our lives. Maybe they... oh, I was gonna say, maybe they won't even notice me. Of course they're gonna notice me. Now, the question is... I can get out this way. Excuse me, pardon me, sorry. I'm on my way out. As if I were never even here. You didn't notice a thing. And now I have to deal with marbles. Well, then get off the mountain. So I got gloves, pants, and leggies. Ugh, I'm naked. Imagine that. And then I think I'll get the... Well, since I'm here, I may as well go... No, I'm not here. Touch crystal. Because that's what we enjoy doing. Excuse you. Excuse you. Of course it had to turn around right when I'm behind it. And I just... Excuse you! And I just noticed the name for this... for the main scenario quest. And to be quite honest, I don't remember what it's about. And I'm a little concerned. Alright. Excellent. So we have touch crystal. Where are we going now? Camp tree. I'll have you know, I went and traipsed through an Imperial stronghold for you. And I stared a marble in the face. Be grateful. Your safe returns heartens me. A little better. I feel newfound power emanating from the garb I gave you. I trust that this stage of your pilgrimage was a success. Now that you have traveled the realm and seen the land as Master Otoa did, I would share with you the rest of his tale. The histories claim that Otoa Kant disappeared in the mountains of Okohomoro, the Kobold motherland. This is not untrue, but there is more to the story. When the Great Mage did not return from his journey, one of his most devoted students went in search of him. As the legends have it, the young mage single-handedly fought off veritable legions of kobolds while scouring the mountains for any sign of his master. Sadly, it was as all had feared. Though the young mage eventually found his master, the great Otoa Kant lived no more. As if the death of the man was not enough, Thyrus, Otoa Kant's great staff, a mighty relic passed down by his ancestors, was lost to the shadows. Undeterred, the young mage fought off the kobold hordes to carry his master's remains back to the surface. A ceremony was held to honor Master Otoa's life and deeds, and urns housing his ashes were carried off to the far-reaching frontiers of which he was so fond of in his living years. All the urns, that is, except for one. Yes, though the precise location is known only to a few, Master Otoa also rests closer to home. Here in the Twelveswood, not far from Proud Creek, you will find yet another monument to the Great Mage. Take with you this habit and pray your respects as before. And if you keep pure intentions in your heart and in your mind, then the healer's robe shall be your reward. That'd be nice, because I'd like to not be naked. North Shroud. find it funny that the Mughals' like homeland is in the Hinterland, well, not the Hinterlands, but the dragon area where all the dragons are, and yet there's so many of them in the Twelveswood. Where am I going? Out. This is the Ixali Beast Tribe that you can make friends with, but I don't have access to the Beast Tribe quest just yet. When I do... must I? I suppose so. That was a big hitbox for just that little swing. You have no eyes, you have no head, and yet you can still see me. Can I just put you to sleep, please? Okay. Yeah, I'm in battle. Try not to be. Rest assured that I will investigate this heinous crime immediately. In the meantime, your pilgrimage demands you travel to one last destination. This final leg of your journey will take you to the very place that Master Itoa drew his last breath, Agohomoro, the homeland of the kobolds in outer Lanaska. I'm pretty sure that's not how you say it, but that's how I'll be saying it. There it is, in plain sight of the kobold dig, that the student of whom I spoke did erect a monument to his fallen master. This is a really long quest. Let's see. I think it was Bronzeport. Bronze Lake. No, I misspoke. Oh, it's because I haven't been. Well, time to go explore. They won't pay attention to me because I'm too high leveled, which is good. Probably won't be the case in here. Yeah. May as well, since I'm here. Quite a ways down. Say, she shouldn't be high enough level that they ignore me. The journey was not an easy one at first, and yet I knew that Master Ito would guide you safely back to me. In your travels, you have received the blessings of our great ancestor, and yet this was not the sole reason I sent you on this pilgrimage. Perhaps you sensed something in my intentions during the trip. Yes, As she who would inherit Master Ito's legacy, I wanted you to truly walk in his footsteps, to see the realm in both its beauty and its suffering, and with your own eyes, as the great mage did not so long ago. And yet it is strange, no? A pirate's lair, a rampant jungle, the mountains of fire, all of the hostile environments to which you journeyed. The single grave despoiled was that which rests right here in our forest home. I suspect this was the handiwork of no witless grave robber, but rather somebody who knew all too well the value of that which was buried within. We must uncover the truth behind the crimes and return Master Utowa's ashes to their rightful resting place, and quickly. You are with me, yes? Oh, am I that far behind? Ooh. Don't mind if I do, please. Grave robbery is a loathsome enough crime in its own right, but to defile the final resting place of a Pajal? Such an act can only be performed by the lowliest of bandit scum. Though I would like to think that the elementals have already delivered due justice to the villain, we can take no chances in allowing an escape. Whilst you are away, I put my best Moogle on the hunt, searching for any sign of the culprit or the stolen remains. I dare say he should have a clue or two before us by now, or at least he'd better, if he values that little ball on his head. Suffice it to say, though many Forceborn think of the Moogles as blessed, my own personal experience has found them to be more touched than anything else. Oh, mistress, you shouldn't say such hurtful things. It's most unbecoming of a seed-seer, Kubo. But fine, don't listen to me. Why, I told her just the other day that this was why she remains, shall we say, unspoken for. She might not react to that phrasing at present, but her ire was indeed fierce. Of course, you have come to discuss my mistress's temper, but the grave robbery. A most unforgiving act of villainy, if I do say so myself, which I believe I just did. I am pleased to say, and you will be pleased to hear, that the culprit did not escape Moogle eyes. Well, my eyes. He did escape. My associate, however, claims to have seen a band of ruffians skulking off in the direction of the Red Belly Hive with various and sundry stolen goods in tow, among them a rather conspicuously elaborate urn. I do not know what the Red Bellies are up to, but surely it can be nothing good. Please go quickly. If the urn is lost, I fear Raya Ozire will be the least of my concerns. You got it, buddy. You're a very big antelope. Yes. Where am I? Excuse me, pardon me, forgive the intrusion. How do I get in? Here. Those thieving crooks, those crooked thieves, defiling the resting place of a Pajal, why, no amount of thrashing, lashings, and bashings would suffice. Why, if it isn't the lovely white mage that Koopcha Koopa spoke of, and not a moment too soon. Why, I was just about to swoop in and give them their comeuppance myself. Now that you're here, however, I believe I'll just sit back and enjoy the show. Those vile red bellies tossed the urn into some ramshackle wagon, a most ignoble fate for a Pajal legend, I do declare, and carted it northwise toward their hive, and if you retrieve it safe and sound, you will retrieve it safe and sound, won't you? Sure. If I could see what I was doing. Yeah, I can just cut through there. It's so cute. I love little grass. Little cat grass. I don't actually know what that is called. I know it's a weed of some sort. Ooh. Here we go. Maybe I could make it. No. Too high. Yeah. Thank you. The remains of our exalted forebearer hauled away by brigands like a sack of loot. Is that what our land has come to? There can be no doubt this is the Great One's fury that brings such chaos to the Twelveswood. The situation is grave indeed. I shall have our wood whalers deal with the red bellies. We have more important matters before us. And yet I fear we have hit another snag. Though the urn has been safely recovered, the harsh treatment it suffered at the hands of the bandits has taken its toll. Uprooted from its proper resting place, the power of Atoa Hand, once housed within, has grown dim. I shall return the urn to its rightful home. Perhaps over time it will return to its former state. And I fear time is a luxury we do not have. We must explore other means to enchant the ritual garb. I will consult with my brother to see what knowledge he might have to offer. In the meantime, I would ask that you master your newfound skills as best you can. There's no telling when the Great One's fury might grow too strong to contain. We must ever be prepared. I don't get a shirt anytime soon. Alright, where are you? Gridania. And away we go. Oh. Do not sneak up on me like that. I was engrossed in... Wait, what is that? What is that god's awful smell? My word, this is a breathtakingly beautiful crystal. I see my suppositions were not mistaken. I also see that you weren't adverse to digging through Spriggan entrails for your prize. We owe our furry friend a debt of gratitude, you know? This thick coating of digestive juices is protecting us from the harmful effects of the crystal, just as the warded pot you once used did. Why so glum, friend? You finally obtained the corrupted crystal you sought, one overflowing with earth-aspected ether. Calm down, I jest. It is comprised of ice-aspected ether. Worry not. I suppose that joke was in poor taste, considering your previous 2 attempts were for naught. Beg your pardon, I forgot to return your crystal to you. Oh, and there was a message to you from Professor L, something about a man named Marquez. Apparently the professor misses the intellectual stimulation. Forgive me, I should have written it down. It occurs to me that I have yet to ask why you needed that crystal. You aren't planning something nefarious, are you? 'Twould reflect poorly on me in my research if you used it for evil ends. Well, perhaps it's best I remain ignorant. I didn't become a professor's greatest pupil by filling my head with unnecessary information. Are you sure? Are you sure you're the favorite? Juice. So colorful. I'll worry more about glamours once I get everything. Well, not get everything, but when I finally start keeping my equipment for some time. Do you wish to proceed to your vessel? Yes. Yes, please. All repairs and modifications have been completed. Once you bring me that crystal, nothing will stand between us and Garuda. It does not look like something that's ice-aspected. I'll need to run some tests to be sure, but this looks to be exactly what we needed. Worry not, I'll see that your hard work does not go to waste. Thank you. I had to dig through dead bunny entrails for that. The Enterprise is already more than a common airship, but mark my words, soon it will become something greater, something extraordinary. This is me. This is what I was born to do. With Sid's modifications now installed, the Enterprise is ready to make the journey to the Howling Eye. According to my test, the device is now functioning in perfect harmony with the crystal, meaning we can leave whenever you're ready. But you must understand, tests can only tell one so much. Until we approach the Howling Eye, until we attempt to breach the barrier itself, I cannot be sure that it will work. But I think it only fair to tell you that there is a small but statistically significant chance that the crystal could trigger a massive... Maybe it is better that we remain positive. You taught me to rediscover a part of myself I'd forgotten. I am not the man I once was, and I do not know if I ever shall be, but I do know one thing. This feels right. Sorry, I'm eating crackers. My apologies for the sudden outpouring of sentiment. I would have waited until after the mission, but, well, you understand.
There. She's ready.
Ah, she stirs. To Kurthus, and an audience with the Harpy Queen Garuda. Enterprise, engage.
Damn it. I once flew in this airship, and I was not alone. There were adventurers on board. Adventurers like you. Just how long have I worn these damn goggles?
A strapping young lad.
Yes, I fancied myself a trendsetter in my younger days. The young prodigy, admired by all, exactly like his father. Born and raised in Garlemald. It was only natural that the precocious young student should become an engineer. Had his father not done the same? Father, when did we stop seeing eye to eye? When did Meteor become your everything, and your loved ones cease to matter? You abandoned us all, but he was there for me, Father. There for me when you were not. Though he proved no better in the end. Gaius was just another man, with an all-consuming obsession. And so I ran, left the Empire behind and came to Eorzea, where I built the ironworks.
It me.
Ah yes, it was then that I first donned these goggles. Eorzea opened my eyes. It was home to so many manner of people, each with their own hopes and dreams. People worth saving, and so I fought beside them. I wanted to prove that my knowledge could serve a nobler purpose. I wanted to prove that there was another way. And it all began that day when I found my new home.
I somehow transcended time and space to give you a pair of goggles.
I had forgotten how wonderful it was. The wind in your hair, the endless sky. That light. It was you, wasn't it? It's surprising how few people know this, but all pure-blood Guardians have a third eye. Perhaps mine helped me recognize you, or perhaps it was just a lucky guess. The Enterprise was made for this, to carry Eorzea's protectors into battle. I am proud to be able to call her my own.
Sid? What exactly do you remember?
Alphinaud, my boy. Sorry to have been such a burden. I remember everything. My name, my people, and my purpose. Everything. Come, it would be rude to keep Garuda waiting.
Howling Eye, now accessible. Yeah. Instant queue. Let's get her done. You go there. Excuse you. Why did you run away from me? Ah. Hey, alright.
Why do you not tremble at my might? Why do you not beg for mercy? Why do you not die?
We've done it!
Ah! Impossible it is!
Kill you all!
Is that all? O Lady of the Vortex, of all primals the most terrible, I say again, is that all?
Gaius!
Ah, Sid, my boy, you look well. For one who has forsaken kin and country, I want...
Oops.
What?
What exactly did you hope to accomplish here this day? Well, I shall accomplish far more.
Did these guys capture Almajal? Is that what I saw in the back?
Is that all? Insolent mortal! I shall make you suffer! That foul stench! I see now. She has touched you! Very well.
Seven hells, does she still mean to fight?
Our Lord of the Inferno Almighty grant us succor in our hour of need.
It
Save
was.
us, Titan, Lord of Crags! Ah, it hurts our soul! The pain! The pain!
What is she? 12 preserve.
Oh.
No. No, this is all wrong.
Stop gawping, boy. We must run.
Flee! Run for your lives!
Surrender yourselves unto me. I would feast upon your ether. None shall stand against the wind.
Bear witness to the glory of the Empire! It is you who will suffer, Garuda. Ancient Alec had ways of dealing with your kind. Now, look on their ultimate weapon, Icon, and despair.
No! No! No!
It just munched on her head as though she were a snack.
Magnificent.
With each primal it consumes, it grows more powerful. A marvel, is it not?
Such is the fate of those who oppose the Empire. There will be no warriors of light to save you this time. If your leaders are as wise as they are reported, they will surrender. Your skills are impressive, but they will not be enough.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Have mercy. What chance have we against such an ungodly creation? And who was that armored devil?
That was Gaius van Balsar, legatus of the 14th Imperial Legion and Supreme Commander of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea.
Of course. The Black Wolf. How could I not realize? Grandfather mentions him in his journal.
I was never so naive as to think the man would abandon his ambitions. But these developments are beyond my worst expectations. What have you been doing these past 5 years? How could something of this magnitude have escaped the Alliance's attention?
We heard no whispers, saw no signs. In the wake of the calamity, the Empire seized land and built outposts, but that was the extent of their aggression.
Damn it, Gaius! Where in the seven hells did you find that thing?
It has been a day of unexpected developments, but the fact remains, Garuda is no longer a threat. While I take no comfort in the manner of her downfall, it does mean that we may safely put the matter of the primals to one side, for the time being at least.
Which just leaves the matter of Gaius's new toy.
Indeed. That weapon poses the greatest threat to Eorzea. It must be destroyed. But first, we must needs find out all we can. Let us make for Vesper Bay. All is not yet lost, my friend, for we bear the light, and shall surely lead our people from the darkness.
Here, here. Well, that was an experience I would rather not have again. Something has been troubling me. Shortly before the Black Wolf took center stage, when Garuna attempted to claim your life as her own, I could have sworn I saw... but I'm sure I was mistaken. In the midst of great stress, the evidence of the eye is apt to be misread by even the most inquiring mind. Forget I mentioned it. Returning to the subject of our earlier discussion, we may consider the matter of the primals closed until further notice. No beast tribe will dare summon their god so long as that weapon exists. Truly a more effective deterrent than I could imagine. It almost seems a shame to plot its destruction. Indeed. This is all about. I already know what it's all about. Whatever. I'm back. Oh, but wait, I need to touch a crystal. Now I can come back whenever. He's in a chicken suit. Huh. Drama queen. Tell me, does odds here strike you as odd? I see signs of recent habitation. Could it be that we have trespassers? Mayhap it is just my imagination. Come, let us proceed to the Solar. Thank the Lord. Wait. Now, Ida, is that any way to greet a friend? Alphino, Tsumiko. Sid? Wait, is this a dream? Not that I'm aware of. It's been a while, Ida. I don't believe it. I was sure you'd been... This place has seen better days. You know, I wasn't actually here when... I was still in talks with the Adder's Nest. The first I knew about it was when I came back and I saw... Ida. The church had taken care of the bodies and that... But that still left the stains. It was hard to know where to start. If Yustola had been here to help me. Yustola is here too? Yes, but she's not here right now. She's gone to Ul'dah to meet a man who might know what happened to the others. Papalimo and Minfilia weren't among the dead, according to the church. Yustola thinks they were taken somewhere. On the orders of the Black Wolf, no doubt. Why would he want them? Because they possess something he desires. Knowledge of another power that can be brought to bear against the primals. One that Gaius has yet to harness. The Echo. Gaius would be aware of his existence, as well as the immunity it grants the gifted to the primal's influence. Powerful although his elegant weapon may be, he would doubtless desire such protection. He means to use Minfilia to gain an understanding of the Echo. None of which explains how the Empire came to know the location of the Waking Sands in the first place. No matter. The Empire has shown its hand, and now we must act. It is up to us to rebuild the Scions and save Eorzea. Can I count on you, Ida? Oh yes. Yes, of course. Whatever you need. We can discuss our next move upon Yshtola's return. For now, I say we rest.
Hear, feel, think. Bringer of light, brave gatherer of the crystals, thy soul burneth bright. I am Hydaelyn, all made one. Hearken unto me now, for the darkness doth begin to spread. Wear thee the bearer of the crimson brand, for he is the avatar of shadow, whom death attendeth always. The crystals shall be thy salvation, thy blade and shield both. Steel thyself, for at the appointed hour thou shalt stare into the heart of darkness. Go with caution, my child, but fear not, for I am ever with thee.
You stole it. Samika, I see you and Alphino are safe, and Sid? That we five should meet each other thus defies simple explanation. It is as if the benevolent hand of Master Louisoix guides us still. He would not see us undone so easily, not now, when the need is so great. I know where Minfilia and the others are being held. Where? An Imperial stronghold in the heart of Mordona, Castrum Sentry. Pantsless, am I? That's pretty pantsless. That's okay. The rescue of our allies will be no small undertaking. Even under normal circumstances, breaching the defenses of an Imperial castrum would be a highly dangerous proposition. But now that Castrum Sentry houses prisoners whom the Garleans deem valuable, we may be confident that they have taken additional measures to ensure the stronghold's security. If we are to free our friends, we will require an effective strategy, and if we are to formulate an effective strategy, we will require intelligence. I believe I know a man who may be able to assist us in this. Lord Portalin of House Dorandare. He is stationed at the Observatorium in Corythus. Let us go to him and beseech his aid. That one's not too far. We'll go here and then we'll go to Camp Dragonhead. I went to the wrong one. Oh, I can't even wear it. Yeah. Alright. I'll hold on to it though. And then we go. Extra snowy today. Should I just go and get the side quest? Yeah, I think I will. Get it unlocked at the very least. Mud puppy. Oh yeah, that was the thing that I had to slay for the side quest. Hello. Hello, miss. Hail, adventurer. Do not tell me. Nedrick sent you? Tell me this, adventurer. Do you know how the Oran Vale earned its most enticing name? Well, allow me to enlighten you. The cave is rich with sulfur and mithril ore, which, through reactions with the groundwater, combine to exude golden-hued fumes. A beautiful sight, that is, until you realize the damned death clouds are burning in your chest from within. If you still wish to take your life in your hands, I'll not be the one that stops you, but do try not to get killed. I've dragged enough corpses out of the Vale to last me a lifetime. Huh. And in 2 levels, I can put on the new ring that I got. But wait. Oh wait. The woman who unmasked the heretic in our midst. To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? You are an associate of Y'shtola, but of course, Lord Drillamont confided to me that you were a scion of the 7th Dawn. Did he know? Telling all my secrets. Custom Sentry. What interest have you what interest have you all in the Imperials? My goodness. They hold several of our number, whom we intend to free. Any information you can provide would be greatly appreciated. I see. That might explain our scouts' reports. They observed 4 prisoners being led into the castrum, a Hurian woman, an Elzen man, and 2 Lalafells. 1 male and a female. What happened to Thancred then? That's it. That has to be then. Minfilia, Urianger, Papalimo, and Tataru. If that scant morsel is of use to you, you may also be interested to hear about a more recent incident. An Imperial airship made an emergency landing here in Corthus not long ago. 2 men believed to be prisoners, a Rogadin and a Lalafell, were seen fleeing the craft. Did you say? A Rogadin and a Lalafell, Master Guard. Neither wore Imperial dress and both seemed disinclined to wait for rescue, hence our assumption that they were prisoners. Well, I'll be damned. It's Biggs and Wedge, those 2 rascals, to escape. We must find them, and soon. The Imperials will not rest until they're captured or killed, and if Biggs were given a choice, I'd fear he'd take the latter. Freeing those held in Custom Sentry will require substantial planning and preparation. As such, it is an endeavor that will admit some slight delay. The matter of the escapees, by contrast, will not. Shortly after the prisoners vacated the airship, our scouts observed Imperial troops setting off in pursuit. It is likely only a matter of time before they catch them. If you wish to see your comrades again, you had best act now. If, as has been suggested, the Garleans took our fellow Scions prisoner in hopes of understanding the Echo, it seems reasonable to assume that they will not be executed until such a time as the study is complete. But Biggs and Wedge are not Scions, nor do they know aught of the Echo. As Lord Portalaine said, it might prove our only chance to rescue them. I say we seize it. Thank you, everyone. You won't regret this. I hate their shoes. Final preparations are almost complete, my lord. There stands the culmination of 5 long years of painstaking work, but all our efforts will be vindicated when the Emperor's vision becomes reality. At last, we have the power to purge this land of its false gods. We shall give the ignorant children of Eorzea the security and stability they so desperately crave, and which their spineless leaders have so palpably failed to provide. As you say, my lord, rest assured our engineers will not rest until the weapon is fully armed and operational. Riditin? You depart for Castrum Occidents at midnight. Occidents? You will command the Western Front in Vilbrand. The Orzians will attempt to interfere with our plans. You will see that they do not. My lord, if this will be your will, I shall carry it out to the best of my ability. I live only to serve the Empire. Yet, forgive my impudence, but it is proper to give command of half our forces to a... I have given you nothing, Vatus. You have earned it. That will be all. Dismissed. Yes, my lord. My quarters. 1 hour. Let's get a little tea on the side. A little something on the side. Sit, stand, make up your mind. Lord Portalaine would like to aid you in your search of Vixen Witch. My purpose here is to reconnoiter Garlean activity along Albanthia's spine. Owing to this, I have the honor of being acquainted with Y'shtola. Now, the report of the Imperial's airship's emergency landing came to us by way of Damsale Darkhold, situated to the west. Our man stationed at the entrance, a knight named Brickelt, may be able to tell you more. It is so as to expedite your mission, I shall furnish you with a letter of introduction. I pray that you will soon be reunited with your comrades. May the Fury grant you strength. I don't think I actually went into this dungeon. I think I was just a level short. You stand before the Damsale Darkhold, subterranean fortress excavated by the greater Ishgardian house of the same name. None but authorized personnel may enter. Here is my letter. A letter from Lord Portalaine. So you have come about the Imperial airship. According to our scouts, the vessel had scarce touched the ground when a pair of men, captives by all accounts, burst forth and bolted. Imperial soldiers have since been sighted in the area, seeking to recapture them. But the captives are like to be your friends, you say? Then let us pray that they are yet a step ahead of their pursuers. The emergency landing reportedly took place near the Aurum Vale, situated south and west of here. I suggest you take your search there. Seek out an armed named Pierre Mons. You should be able to assist you. But I was just over there. That's okay. That's what I get. That's what I get for being thorough. Use me. Why? The Imperial airship I saw it approach to land with mine 2 eyes. I hastened to the landing site, arriving just in time to see the vessel take off to the skies again, but not before it had deployed a detachment of troops. Gruff orders were being barked, and there was an air of consternment about them. There were prisoners prisoners aboard the airship, it seems, and they seized the opportunity to flee when the vessel was forced to land. The Garleans, who were deployed, formed search parties and proceeded to scour the wilderness. In order to lord our forces, I returned to my post. Thank you. I hope you're enjoying reliving it if you've played it before. The Garleans, who were deployed, formed search parties and proceeded to find evidence that someone had been here in my absence. Whoever they were, they tried the door to no avail and decided to go elsewhere. In all, I marked 2 sets of footprints, one large and one small. If you search the area, mayhap you'll be able to follow the prints to their owners. Footprints. No baby footsteps. I don't even see these ones. Oh, there they are. Don't you dare. It's all red. Has it always been that way? Hmm. Now, I am proud to say that I think I'm almost done with the Realm Reborn. Beat Garuda. We're in the realm of like level 44 for the main story quest. Hello, sir. So cold. I wanna go home. Please don't eat me. I'm not nearly as succulent as I look. It's all skin and bones underneath, I swear. Tsumigo, it's you. Thank goodness you're here. It's been awful. The Garleans are snapping at our heels like a hungry pack of wolves. I was so hell-bent on evading them, I almost ran headlong into a monster's gaping maw. Thrice. And when I finally found cover, it hit me how cold and hungry I was. Biggs? He isn't here. He went off in a different direction to lure pursuers away. Have you had any success? Tracked down Wedge? That's wonderful news. Now what of Biggs? I see. Well, it hardly surprises me that the big fellow went off as he did. For all the tongue lashing he gives Wedge, he's always taken care of him. I've scoured the area surrounding the Darkhold, but we have nothing to show for it. At any rate, we know for a fact that Biggs headed west. With both Ida and Y'shtola helping out, I'm sure he'll turn up soon. Now then, I'll make my way over to your position while keeping an eye out for Biggs. If memory serves, there should be an Ishgardian fortification not far to your west. Monument Tower, I believe it's called. Let us meet there. Was that Master Garland you spoke with? 5 long years. Thank goodness he's alive. I'm feeling better now. Let's go to Monument Tower and wait for the chief to arrive. You got it. ignore me. I'm not here. Thank you. I've started playing through Dawn Trail on my first account. Haven't gotten very far, I will admit, but I've at least gotten through all of this before. Well met and welcome, adventurer. What brings you to this frozen corner of the realm? Well, it would seem your companion has caught a chill. Come and warm yourself by the fire. I will bring you a hot broth. How are we feeling now, then? Stay here as long as you need. Why is it snowing inside? The same goes for you, friend. 'Tis plain you had a hard journey ahead of you, but you must rest when you can. Is there no ceiling? I'm fine now, thanks to you, but I can't bear to think that Biggs is still all alone in the cold, with guardians on his heels. He lured the enemy away for my sake, and now he's suffering for it. I hate to have to rely on you again, but do you think you could search for Biggs? I haven't the slightest notion where he might be at the moment, but maybe, just maybe, the people here have seen something. A Rogan gentleman dressed in the same manner as your companion? I'm sorry, but he did not come by here. Let me think for a moment. I would not raise your hopes unduly, but there is a cave situated a short distance to the south. We call it the Fury's Gaze. It may be worth the while to investigate. I make this suggestion only because your friend seems like a selfless sort. Rather than drawing the enemy to this tower, maybe he elected to pass us by. Ooh, the south. Oh, this is a really pretty cave. Oh, no, wait. Ah, hello. Would you stop? Nothing. I can't wait till I can start flying again, because this one turns into a really cool boat. I call it a boat, but it's probably an airship. Were you able to learn anything? Not in this area? Well, that stands to reason, I suppose, seeing as he was trying to lure the Guardians away from me. But Where in this vast sea of snow and ice could he be? Ta-da! We can't give up. We must find Biggs before he succumbs to the cold or he is captured. There must be someone in this tower who can help us, even if it's only to tell us where else to look. Ask them for me. Ask anyone who will listen. And hurry. Biggs' chance of survival grows slimmer by the moment. Look to see if this place has no roof. Judging by how blue it is, I suppose so. No, it has a roof. So why is it snowing downstairs? Come on. Friend is lost in the wilderness, you say? If he is to be found anywhere here in the vicinity of the Darkhold, it is possible he made for Whiterun. To reach it, one must travel through Danifin Pass, the southern end of which lies to the north and east of here. While I make no guarantee that your search will bear fruit, it is surely better than worrying in idleness. I wish you luck. Oh, and one more thing. Do tread warily when climbing the stairs here. Not a moon ago, I broke my neck when I slipped and took a tumble. You broke your neck, huh? Whoa! Oh, it wasn't so bad. I still had some health left. And the fact that I'm still able to walk is a miracle. That's a really pretty red color. Notorious Biggs. Is that supposed to be like the Notorious B.I.G.? Our orders are to take you back, dead or alive. Which will it be, engineer? Why don't you come and find out, Tinhead? It is well that you are here. The situation is grave. Biggs is in a bad way. We need to do something right now. Ida has the right of it. He will perish if we delay. With me! He's not alone! Kill them all! We shan't be killed. Not today. Hello. Let's not let him die. Thanks. Another moment and I would have. He has been too long in the cold. We must find shelter for him. Monument Tower, you say? Very well. Hida and I shall bear him with all haste. So it'll be so happy to see Biggs and Wedge again. I love reunions. Listening to that song, it's not as cute as it sounds. I can't thank you enough, and the same goes for the rest of you. Thank you all so much. Don't mention it. We are a family, are we not? Well, yes. It's just I didn't think I'd ever see it again. I owe the lot of you my life. And you saved Wedge's tooth, Sumiko. I'm losing count of how many I owe you. Thanks, Wedge. Gods, it's good to see the two of you again. Chief, it's you. It's really you. In our hearts we knew you were still alive, but to finally see you in the flesh... When Alphino told me of the raid on the Waking Sands, I feared the worst. What happened? The enemy struck with nary a warning. We didn't stand a chance. Wedge and I were in the workshop when they came. Before we knew what was happening, the Imperials had us at gunpoint. It must have been awful. There's one thing I don't understand, though. How did the Garleans get there so fast? I mean, the Immortal Flame should have seen them coming, right? I myself have asked the same question. That day when I returned to the carnage at the Waking Sands, I noted naught was amiss in Horizon. Nothing at all to suggest the passing of an Imperial force. From this, I conclude that the Garleans came neither by land nor by air. Nay, they were born by the potent teleportation magics. Magics of the kind used by the Ascians. Carry on. We were bound and blindfolded and bundled into a cargo bay of a waiting airship. I can't rightly say how long we were aboard, but when the time came for us to disembark, we found ourselves in the midst of an Imperial stronghold, Castrum Sentry. Upon arrival, we were marched off into the main complex. Biggs and I were thrown into a detainment cell together, while Minfilia and the others were taken elsewhere. That was the last we heard of Castrum Sentry. What happened next? Well, we were held in isolation for what felt like years, but was probably moons, or maybe only weeks. And then, without warning, the Imperials collected the pair of us and put us on another vessel, after which we found out was bound for Garlemald, much to our dread. We knew that if we were taken back there, we wouldn't like to leave again. So risky though it was, we sabotaged the ship's altitude control and thereby forced an emergency landing, and in the midst of the ensuing chaos, we managed to slip our captors. The rest, as they say, is history. If I didn't know better, I'd call that a likely story. Sabotaging the altitude control of an airborne vessel? That will have been Biggs' handiwork. Like as not, you always were resourceful in a tight spot, my friend. Sumiko, thank you for returning my dear assistance to me. It would seem I owe you yet another debt of gratitude. There are still many questions in mind, but the answers can wait. Minfilia and the others still want for rescue. Alright, you lot. Garland Ironworks is back in business. Let's go and give the Imperials what for. Hoorah! Hoorah! Wedge just wigged out for a hot second there. Thanks to you, Biggs and Wedge are with us again. Now we must find a way to rescue Minfilia and the others. Gods know we've kept them waiting too long already. Based on what we've learned, I believe it's safe to say they're being held in Castrum Sentry. So let us reconvene at Revenant's Toll in Mordona. This is a good place as any to prepare, and better than most. The road leading east, then south, will get you there. When we arrive, let us seek the advice of the local adventurers. We're bound to learn a thing or two that will benefit our mission. Oh wait. That was not what I had selected. Or mayhap it was. Belmont. Is there an announcement date for the next Castlevania season? Well met, friend. What brings you to Revenant's Toll? Did I hear you rightly? Your friends are being held captive at Castrum Sentry and you want to rescue them. I don't mean to discourage you, but that might prove difficult. Stronghold has been on high alert of late, with armored patrols seen about the perimeter around the clock. Not even a fly could get in within 100 yards of the walls undetected. The Garleans are alerted to our coming. We cannot know what they will do to Minfilia and the others. We must act with the greatest stealth. Has to be a good old-fashioned infiltration. But with the security so tight, how are we going to smuggle ourselves in? I have a mind to walk through the front door. Huh? The front door? Aye, we'll disguise ourselves as Imperial troops and march right in. For this, we'll need a few sets of Imperial uniforms, a suit of Magitech armor, and impeccable timing. That's a bold strategy, but it might just work. Where we are, there's strangely no shortage of opportunities to borrow the equipment. Knowing those Imperial bastards, they won't even suspect that we savage Eorzeans would think to use their technology. Then it's settled. If you're determined to go ahead with this, I'd recommend you speak with Blaumont. The fellow's got a personal grudge against the Empire and happens to know a great deal about Castrum Sentry besides. I have no doubt that he'd want to be of aid. Ida and I shall go to reconnoiter Garlean activity at the stronghold. It would not do if something were to befall our comrades before we had the chance to act. Come and join us when you're ready. Let's do this. Sometimes I wonder, Ida. Are there even times when you are not enthused? I'm nothing if not enthused, Ishtola, and you're beginning to remind me of Papalimo. Glaumont. Ayo. Looking for Glaumont, are you? Well, you found him, whoever you are. You're looking to get inside Castrum Sentry, and you need my help? Something tells me we're gonna get along just fine. So you have friends at Castrum Sentry that want for rescue? That Blackboard knows me too well. You can count on my help. I've got a score to settle with the Imperials, and I never pass on an opportunity to get back at the Horsens. But whatever. But enough about me, let's talk of strategy. Rescuing folk from captivity is right delicate business. Single oversight, just one little blunder, and it's all over. Can't leave any room for uncertainty. For starters, you need to confirm beyond the shadow of a doubt that your friends are where you think they are. You don't want to risk your neck only to discover they've been moved elsewhere. And how can you find out, you ask? By following these instructions. If you approach Sentry from the east, you'll see a swampland to your left called the Tangle. Get in there, never mind all the marbles, and navigate your way to the southwest corner. You'll come upon some drainage pipes coming down from the stronghold. Don't ask me how I know, but one of them leads back up to the command tower. If you listen closely, it might be as you can eavesdrop on some of the happenings within. Once we know for certain your friends are there, we'll move to the next stage of the operation. Now, keep going, and Godspeed. Never mind the marbles. Just get the job done. I swear if these frogs start trying to eat me again. Stop. What is going on with this music? I don't think I've ever made it this far into the song before. Listening. Faint sounds of conversation echoes down from the pipe. What of the captive? Does she still refuse to speak? She may as well be a deaf mute for all the information we've gotten out of her. The others aren't much better. The Alazin gets on my nerves most of all. Every time he opens his mouth, it's only to spout gibberish. I do wonder why is the Tribunus so obsessed with this Minfilia woman? They say she possesses some mystical power, something we Garleans don't have. Mystical power, like the kind the beastmen use. How am I supposed to bloody know? If you're so curious, why don't you go ask the Tribunus yourself? As well as try to tumble her. I like my head where it is. Thank you very much. Our break is over. Best we get back to our stations. The footfalls grow fainter until all is silent. I am innocent baby. Good to see you again. I'm given to understand you have conducted some reconnaissance. Tell me, what were you able to learn? So Minfilia and the others are indeed at Castrum Sentry. Their presence thus confirmed, we may proceed with the mission. While you were afield, Sid took the liberty of devising a plan of action. We have the details from him. Good work. As Alphino has told you, we've plotted out a course for the rescue. The gist of it is unchanged. We disguise ourselves as Imperial soldiers and infiltrate the stronghold. Galamont is looking into ways to procure a suit of Magitech armor. In the meantime, I need your assistance for some preparation of my own. Minfilia and the others are counting on us. Let's not keep them waiting any longer than necessary. Aye. While Galamont is about devising his plan, we need to do some preparation of our own. Wouldn't you if the Imperials were to discover that they're short in armor? To prevent this from happening, I'm going to put together a makeshift communications jamming device. The explanation is like to get a bit technical, so bear with me. The Imperial forces communicate at a distance via electromagnetic waves. Simply put, voices are born upon etheric and lightning energy that permeates the air. Now, the hill-sized cluster of corrupted crystals to the west has been observed to amplify the self-same energy. By making use of this property, we should be able to drown out Imperial voices. To ensure that we have enough amplification, we must identify the most potent crystals among the cluster. For this, I need you to go there and use this device to take readings. I'll mark the likely places on your map. Oh, and just so you know, plasmoids are drawn to lightning energy. Don't be surprised if you run into a few. Good to know. Galamont. Imperial salute. Gotcha. Clean out the wax in your ears now, cause there's something I want you to do by way of preparation. The plans to have you enter Castrum Sentry are decked out in Imperial duds, but a disguise is more than just the clothes you wear. You also gotta act the part. At the very least, you need to know how to perform a convincing Imperial salute. First impressions are everything, as they say. I could teach you the salute myself, of course, but it's best you learned it from the experts. So get yourself near as you dare to Castrum Sentry and watch the Imperials doing what they do. Aye. You're just sweet kitty. And when you stop moving, it loafs. I love it so much. That frog better not turn around. Okay. We'll go over here. Over here there's so many. What's the last one? Is it up? You can go up. Oh wait. Orange. I gotta go all the way up there. Never mind. that we've silenced a few Imperials, time to watch them do their salute. Nothing to report, sir. We have received an anonymous warning that insurgent forces are near. We must redouble our vigilance. I shall recommend that patrols be increased. With the number of missions where we have to pretend to do something, the Warrior of Light is very good at theatrics. Let's turn this one in first. So, did you manage to learn the Imperial salute? No. Lest you don't demonstrate, I'm liable to fly into a rage and crack skulls. I'll just take your word for it. Thanks for being honest. Sark Malark. Such a bad name. You are called Sumiko Shikami, correct? Yes? I, heard of your plight from my friend Galamund. As a fellow adventurer and son of Eorzea both, I would offer you my assistance. In order to infiltrate Castrum Sentry, you and your comrades must disguise yourselves as Imperial soldiers. The question is how to go about acquiring the uniforms and helms. There's a place a man might purchase them, but individuals who deal in such wares are not the sort to whom you would entrust your secrets. It would be more prudent, I believe, to produce what you need via traditional means from the bodies of their recently deceased owners. The fortified area before Castrum Sentry never lacks for Imperial patrols. It ought not take long to obtain 3 sets of gear, one for each member of the infiltration team, Biggs, Wedge, and yourself. When you have what you need, please return here and allow me to inspect the spoils. You have the readings? Excellent. Here, let me see the numbers. Yes, 4 of these crystals should suit our purpose, though I pray that we won't have the need for their power. My thanks. You're welcome, sir. Put something in my eyeball. There we go. Alright. Back out once again. I was expecting that one. Hey, you. Excuse me. Were you able to obtain 3 sets of Imperial equipment? Yes, I did. Damaged, as I had suspected. In their present condition, I fear these uniforms and helms are like to draw suspicion. They must be repaired, if only superficially. Fortunately, the blacksmith Agenolf of the Diamond Forge at Rowena's House of Splendor should be able to hammer them into shape in no time. I've already sent word ahead, and have been assured that he is expecting you. Worry not, we have already impressed upon him the need for utmost secrecy as to the nature of your mission. Agenolf? So you're the adventurer, Stark and Malark. I've been waiting for you. Now let's see what you've got for me. Stark Malark.
Stark Malark.
Ah, I see. I reckon I can hammer these back into shape for you. After all, I owe your friend Stark Malark a favor or two. Took good care of old Agenolf back in the day when I fell in with old Rowena, he did. Did you know he's the son of one of the wealthiest families in the Sultanate? Wouldn't expect someone like that to end up in the life he did, but I suppose he always felt the adventurer's life calling him. But here I go blabbering on when there's work to be done. Just hold your horse bird for a moment or two, and the great Agenolf will have your gear looking good as new. There we have it. Won't do you much good in battle, mind you, but from what I hear, it's not the priority anyhow. Do send Stark Malark my regards, will you? Why they feel the need to say the full name, I don't know. Have you had the uniforms and helms repaired? Yes, these will serve beautifully. The great Agenolf never fails to impress. The quality of these repairs would fool even a legatus. Less equipped, you should not have any trouble blending in amongst the Imperial forces. Least you fear the Garleans might detect your foreignness. Foreigners, in fact, form the greater part of the Garlean invasion force in Eorzea. You see, when the Empire subjugates new territories, it assimilates the people of that land into its armed forces. In turn, these conscripted forces are sent to subjugate faraway lands. In the end, Garlemald nips rebellion in the bud and expands its territory in one fell stroke. With that, my part in your mission is done. I feel glad to have been assistance to your cause. Why would I, a wealthy merchant, wish to help you? I know not where you heard such a tale, but believe me when I say that I am but another humble adventurer, one who desires only to act in the best interests of the realm. Good work in Imperial does. You'll be pleased to hear I ain't been idle myself. It took me long enough, but I finally hatched a plan as to get us a suit of Magitech armor. Now, from what I've seen, Castrum Sentry deploys a Reaper for most of its patrols. Trouble is, the patrols themselves are irregular, meaning random routes and random deployments. Hardly any of them come anywhere near Revenant's Toll. So, hoping to coax the Imperials out of their shells, I took the liberty of feeding them a bit of false intelligence. Told them insurgents had designs on their stronghold. It ain't far from the truth, now I come to think of it. Any road, we should start seeing more patrols than we have up until now. What you need to do is approach one of these patrols dressed in your shiny tin suit and alert them to the enemy's presence. Haven't done that, you'll want to lure them as near to Revenant's toll as you can. Like as not, though, they'll be wary of venturing far from their own walls. If they do need a bit of extra encouragement, use the smoke signal here, filched fresh from an Imperial scout. They'll come running when they see that, and when the cavalry arrives, you hit them hard and make off with the Reaper. Simple as that. If I ain't mistaken, there's a patrol sweeping the perimeter right now, so run along it. Don't forget to salute. Never actually finished this game. I think I got some way through the second disc. That's as far as I've ever gotten. For Final Fantasy IX, that is. What now? I'm on a mission! Oh, so many puppies. Oh wait, I need two. So this and this. No! Go away. To sleep. Carry on, soldier. Sergeants gathering in the east, you say? Judging by your descriptions, they are rolled around the perimeter, but I will not have it said that I was remiss. You return to the scene and keep an eye on those insurgents. Should aught go awry, use your smoke signal to signal us. Go away. Not a single frog. That's progress. Excuse you. I hope you don't mind my joining, seeing as we're seizing advanced weaponry. I thought it would be best to be on hand. Ah, there she is. Is this the place? But where is the enemy? Sir, over there! Send in the Reaper. Let us make an example of these insurgents. Can I real quick? Oops. Hey. Is Sid using a wrench? Is that like a short sword? I didn't get to see. It looked like he was using a wrench. And last, our very own suit of Magitech armor. Not wishing to look a gift chocobo on the beak, but it does seem rather the worse for wear, doesn't it? Thanks, Wedge. What's your honest assessment? Well, there's the fact that she's smoking, of course, but looking past that, I'd say she was structurally sound. I don't like the way these legs are buckled. I hate to say it, but the servo mechanism may be damaged. Oops. Yes, they are. It's odd. The casing doesn't seem to have taken a blow. I suspect we're dealing with a faulty part. Well, whatever it is we're dealing with, we're not resting until it's fixed. Not one wink of sleep. You got that, Wedge? Chocobo cart. I heard that. A hall has been set aside for us to use in Revenant's Toll. That's where we'll carry out the repairs. Look for us there. You got it, boss? Let's get back into some normal clothes. I think they gave it a name, but I don't remember what they called it. Maggie or something like that. Excuse you. The magic armor. Sid and the others took it inside. Go on in and join them. Don't mind if I do. We've now had time to take a closer look at the Reaper. Her preliminary diagnosis was correct. She's structurally sound, but her servo mechanism is faulty. You needn't worry, though. Buttons were pressed, and things are gonna happen. The repairs are proceeding apace. It shouldn't be long now before Biggs and Wedge complete their work. There is, however, one small problem. As you may recall, the Machina's servo mechanism was discovered to be faulty. Wedge has subsequently ascertained that the magic core which drives it is worn beyond use. Such cores are rather fragile devices, which must be replaced at regular intervals. Thanks to the negligence of our Imperial colleagues, however, this one used in the Reaper was long overdue. Alas, we do not have access to a ready replacement here in Mordona. But all is not lost. Wedge thinks he may have identified an alternative solution. Go and see to him, would you? He'll explain the details to you. As I believe the Chief has already informed you, the Magic Deck core is worn beyond use. We'll need to find a replacement. I thought about having you appropriate more Reapers, but even if the Dunderhead maintenance engineers at Castrum Sentry had remembered to replace their core, we would risk rousing Imperial suspicion. But do not despair, for I believe there is a solution, to substitute the Magitek core with a Mammoth Heart. In case you don't know, a Mammoth Heart can be used to grant sentience to an automaton. By my reckoning, such a device should be more than capable of regulating the armor's servo mechanism. We'll just need to take some minor modifications in the housing unit. I've already placed an order for a first-rate Mammoth Heart with the Goldsmiths Guild. All that remains is for someone to go to Ul'dah and collect it. Oh, and to pay for it. Did I mention how much they cost? No? Well, typically they cost something in that order of, I hope you don't mind footing the bill. That's good for a good cause. That's very much me. Anytime I see a big number, I don't want to say what it is. When it comes to, like, cost of payment and Hello there. Come to collect a Mammoth Heart, you say? You must be here on behalf of Garland Ironworks. I've taken the liberty of picking the finest example we have. Heart fit for a prince among mammoths. Payment? Oh, that won't be necessary. The heart here is for Master Alphino's personal use, after all. He notified us a short while ago that his servant would be coming to collect it. Tender in years though he may be, Master Alphino has been a benefactor of ours since my predecessor's time. The Goldsmiths Guild wouldn't dream of charging him. But here is the Mammoth Heart. May it serve you well. Oh, and please do pass on my compliments to your master. Oh. Alphino has the hookups. Did you have a Mammoth Heart? Can't wait to see if it works. Hurrah! Thank you so much. But this is magnificent. It must have cost an emperor's ransom. Free of charge, courtesy of Alphino? Coming from an influential family certainly has its advantages. But without further ado, let's give it a try. I've already modified the housing unit, so it should slot right in. There, she's ready. Magistrate Farmer, engage. Or not. Haha, she just needs a loving tap, I'll wager. She's alive! Let's take her outside and put her through her races. Sumiko, would you care to do the honors? Heck yeah! Hop into the pilot seat. We'll begin as soon as you're ready. First, I'd like you to try climbing that tangle of crystals yonder, as far up as you can go, if you please. Oh, and if for some reason you need to dismount, simply come back here and we'll start again. Crystals. These crystals. No anomalous movements evident from either leg. Good. Now jump back down and then sprint north, quick as you can. Oh my god. Leg joints absorbing all impact without incident. Excellent. Please make your way back. Start. Cursor remains stable during an vigorous motion. Excellent. And that concludes our test. Thank you for your cooperation. That's right. Go away. Here's a summary of my findings. The drivetrain is in sound condition. With some fine-tuning, we can expect a noticeable improvement in performance. As for the servo mechanism, I'm afraid it's not nearly as responsive as it should be, and I'm at a loss as to explain why. The mammoth heart is in pristine condition and should be installed correctly. Perhaps its inner workings are simply too different to operate harmoniously with the armor's other mechanisms? Whereas Magitech cores serve only to conduct impulses, mammoth hearts enable automata to process the information collected by their sensors as feelings. Maybe she just doesn't feel like part of the team, in which case we should all do our best to make her feel welcome. I gave it my best. I welcomed myself into a bloody standstill. What were you expecting it to do anyway? Bob us a curtsy? No doubt you're wondering why the servo mechanism is so important as to warrant this silliness. Without it, a pilot would be required to control the armor's every movement manually. This would be an onerous task at the best of times and wholly impractical during battle. Using a mammoth heart in place of the worn Magitech core seemed a promising solution. Alas, the device does not appear to be compatible with Guardian technology. Wedge, are there no other ways we might demonstrate your appreciation to our new friend here? I'm at my split side, Chief. She just doesn't seem convinced. We could try a little dance, perhaps, or cheer our heads off. Here it is. They've come for the armor. Damn it, they have us cornered. There's the Reaper. Taken by the traitor Garland? And is that the Icon Slayer? Well, for reinforcements. The hells you will. We've located the stall of the Reaper, requesting immediate assistance. Respond. It's no use, sir. There's some sort of interference. Scotland! No matter. We can't claim it, destroy it. Bloody hells. Sumiko, protect the armor at all costs. You got it, Chief. I was right. Good job, team. Chief, look, she moved. Now she deigns to grace us with her presence. It took us a good while, but we're finally ready. It's time to infiltrate Castrum Sentry and rescue our comrades. Here, the finishing touch. The servo mechanism is now fully functional, and all it took was a simple flight to the death. Remind me not to install a mammoth heart aboard the Enterprise, would you? Much as I love her, I'd rather not be required to profess it before boarding. But enough of that. Let us see to our final preparations. Thanks to Biggs and Wedge, the Reaper is as good as new, and we're as prepared as we're gonna get. Well, go your preparations, Simco. We leave as soon as you're ready. Well, I'll be ready. Got him with 2K. I thought I'd give you all a roaring send-off. 'Tis the least I could do for the fine men and women we're about to make my lifelong wish come true. Well, we'll do our best. It occurs to me, for all the help you've afforded us, we know little enough about you. What did the Empire do to earn your ire? But I fear I've put curiosity before consideration. I quite understand if you'd rather not relive those memories. No, I don't mind, really. Truth be told, a part of me was itching to tell you my tale. Mind you, 'tis hardly novel. I ain't the first to suffer at Imperial hands. Like most folk, I used to have a mother. She was a sweet, caring woman with a smile never far from her face. There was a sister, too. Pretty little thing she was. Gentle as a lamb, but tough as nails. We were poor folk living simple lives, but we knew happiness just the same. And then the Imperials came and took it all away. When Lola Lamigo fell and put my family in the camp, being a lad, I was made to do hard labor, while my mother and sister were forced to do far worse. They hid their suffering from me as best they could, but I knew, and the thought of it drove me mad to escape. So I hatched a plan to get us out of the city. We were picking our way around a gorge not far outside the walls when they caught up with us. And rather than allow themselves to be taken again, my mother and sister leaped over the edge before my very eyes. Heartbroken as I was, I didn't put up a fight when the Imperials caught me in chains and dragged me back. 'Twas some years after that I escaped again, and in that time I got away. I swore then that I'd get revenge on the Empire and become an adventurer so as to hone my skills and earn the coin I needed. But now 2 decades since I've gone by, what have I achieved? Bugger all, that's what. Not like you lot. You might be in here 10 minutes and you've already done more than I managed in 10 bloody years. You give us too much credit, Galamond. We seek only to rescue our friends. Well, what's more important than that? And any road, after you've got your friends back, you're planning on going after the Empire, and don't pretend you ain't. I've helped a few folk take on the Imperials over the years, and every time I have, it's helped stave off my appetite for revenge, but something tells me I won't be going hungry for a while with what you've got. With everything you've got planned. And are you sure that will satisfy you? If you wish to strike back at the Empire with your own hand, you need only say the word. We would be glad to have you with us. Tempting though your offer is, I fear I must decline. I swore I'd get revenge on the Empire, 'tis true, but I've long since realized that the front lines are no place for a man like me. Aye, there's some that will call me craven, but I prefer to think of myself as realist. My talents lie in scheming, you see, not swordplay. Helping folk like you is how I make the most difference. But that's quite enough storytelling for one day. Let's not keep your friends waiting any longer. I'll be praying for your safety and success. May Rogger give you strength. Wherever the Empire goes, misery invariably follows in its wake. For the sake of all those who call Arzea home, we must put an end to Gaius's ambition. But first, we have friends to rescue. Biggs, Wedge, and I will lie in wait east of Castrum Sempti, just outside the Stronghold's patrol perimeter. Join us when you're ready, and don't forget to wear your disguise, or this will be the shortest rescue mission in history. But that's really all the time that I have for today. Thank you everybody who stopped by to watch. As short as it was, but we got one step closer to rescuing the damsel. But maybe next time we'll get to the Castrum Sentry, and we'll get through what we need to. So, until then, I guess we will have to wait and see what happens. So thank you, and